Working our way to the midsection of the cards, race 3, this big Whirlpool Day, Kipco Champions Day of 2024. Well, that is the champion filly and mares race, and it's run over the middle distance trip of 2,400 metres, or just shy of. Doha's there. Guantanamera adds some international flavour to this. Queen of the Pride, Sea Theme further down. Thunder Roll, Tiffany, who's had a good year. Time Lock, back for more. Village Voice, Content, Grateful, Kalpana, who we have to talk about, War Chimes, and Wingspan. I mentioned her, Graham, and it is impossible to ignore the claims of this very, very talented filly, Kalpana.
Very progressive. I'm slightly conflicted, and it's a ground thing. She hasn't had a chance to race on really testing ground so far, but I do know that she's a good looker. She's still lightly raced, only 7 runs, won 4 of them, impressive at Hamilton, commanding here on the all-weather surface at Kempton. John, Study of Man, her sire, won the French Derby on testing ground. Will she handle it, do you think?
I think she will. I think she's worth the risk that she will, considering her form this season. She ran a really good race in the Ribbles Day earlier on in the season from a very disadvantageous gate 1. She got a lovely draw here as well, stall 11. She had a good turn of foot there at Kempton. Lots to like about her.
Yeah, there is lots to like about her. She's got the champion jockey, or the former champion jockey, as he will be by Saturday, William Buick aboard. We can have a look at some midsummer form from Haydock. I know that things went to pot rather, John, thereafter for Queen of the Pride, but she looked good this day.
Well, it was one bad run in the Yorkshire Oaks. I mean, you can always forgive a good horse one bad run, but it was a very bad run, definitely. But I think she'll be suited by the softer ground, which is definitely going to get at Ascot on Saturday. Tiffany, to me, seems like a very high-class grinder. She proved that in Germany subsequently. Interesting to see whether the form will be confirmed here or whether Tiffany will turn it around.
Tiffany in the white colours slipped quite badly on the bend that day, so a partial excuse. Queen of the Pride looked impressive here. She did bomb at York, and nobody seems to know why. Have a look at the pedigree. That filly by Roaring Lion, who won the QE2 on this day, out of Simple Verse, who won this very race. So I'm happy to give Queen of the Pride a chance to atone for that poor York performance.
She is bred for it, and it would be an important success on the day, and Graham Wright to point that out. Mentioned what happened to Queen of the Pride, or inexplicably poor thereafter, John, at York, but it wasn't poor, it was anything but from Content.
It was, but she's actually then had a clunk, hasn't she, at Longshot subsequently. So, but she's been, prior to that run at Longshot and here in the piece of VT that we're seeing from the Yorkshire Oaks, been thoroughly consistent. Terrific ride from Ryan Moore. He knew to stay towards the far side of the track that day in the Yorkshire Oaks too. She gets stall 9, I think she'll go well. She's rated 115, Graham, which is basically what you need this sort of level to win this race.
And that is Queen of the Pride dropping out the back of the television there. She won this despite pulling a bit harder than ideal, so we know the ability is there, the rating is there on 115, but what happened at Longshot on Art Weekend, she didn't fire fitted with a hood, so there is a slight question mark. And one of your stats of the day, Nick, Aidan O'Brien hasn't had a winner on Champions Day for how long?
5 years.
Long while, isn't it?
It's my one stat.
It's a good one, though. It is a good one.
It'll all change on Saturday, but it doesn't matter by then. Last year, when Aidan O'Brien didn't have a winner, Time Lock wasn't successful either, Graham. More would have been expected in this race last year, but got back to winning ways last time.
Yeah, she jumped to 5-1, one of the main fancies for this race 12 months ago. She was 7th, just a fair 7th. Nothing flash about that performance, but she's gradually blossomed this season. Again, this was a winnable race on soft ground at Newmarket. She did the job in dominant fashion, but she needs to be a little bit better than she was on this day last year, John.
I think I recall sitting in this chair 12 months ago, had her on top. I've not got her in the first 4 now. You know what happens next, don't you?
Yeah, you do. And we have had 1 or 2, I'm not going to say complete shocks, but certainly bigger price winners in this race.
We have, and I'm not going to sing it for you, but I think there might be a German influence here in Guantanamera, who was a pretty good 2-year-old, and she really bounced back to form at Deauville last time. It was a Group 2 with males on deck, Arrest. We know all about him. He's a pretty good horse, and she dominated him. So I think she has conditions set up to run really well. Kalpana, nobody will be surprised if she goes and wins. She's got the most progressive profile in the race. 2, 12, 7 and 3 with the German filly, Guantanamera, on top.
Guantanamera, I've got a stat for you as well. Winning stall in this race last 10 years, 10, 10, 8, 9, 11, 6, 8, 11, 12, 2. Amazingly, it's a race around a bend, quite a swinging bend, over 1.5 miles, and it still very much favours high-drawn horses. Kalpana's got gate 11. She'll position up nicely, 2 or 3 off the rail. She's going to take a lot of beating. Content, obviously, on the quick backup after Longchamp, but she's got all the class to run well here. Tiffany, I think, will grind on nicely into 3rd, and Queen of the Pride to get back to something like her best in 4th.
Graham, whatever next? Germans managing the England football team and then winning on Champions Day as well, taking everything off us. Cal Parner it is for me to win the champion filly and mares race. Best of luck, whatever you're going for.